Hey, how's everybody doing out there? We got another special DeVeaux Speaks. I got some special guests here. So we got the wonderful Dee Marie. Thanks for coming through.
Hi.
And my brother from another mother, Perry, is back.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
one of the most popular DeVeaux Speaks with you, so I had to bring you back, Perry.
Awesome, man. Awesome. That's great.
So, we all been doing these personal development courses, trying to better our lives and get our goals and get on track. And something I've been struggling with personally, and I was hoping you guys give help, and I think other people could probably use it too, is as you're growing, as you're trying to become your best self, how do you know which people in your life do you keep and which do you have to move on from and take a step from? So it's a touching thing because you never want to feel like you're leaving somebody behind, but some people will only see you for who you were in the past, and as you're growing, some people are going to encourage you and build you move on that you want to keep around, and some people just aren't going to be down for the ride. So how do you even recognize that and go about it? Ladies first.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure for me to be here with these two wonderful gentlemen. I guess that's a challenging one. I think that there are going to be times in life where your vision for yourself and the direction that you want to go in life, the trajectory that you want to pursue, is not going to be in alignment with someone else's vision or idea of who you are as a person. So I think the first thing, I think you need to be very clear in terms of your vision and what you want to accomplish, the goals and the direction that you have set for yourself. I think that you also, with that, as you're growing in your own self-awareness, just being mindful of the fact that not everyone is going to necessarily be on board. And sometimes people have become accustomed to you as they've known you. And they might not always be on your team as you move forward, as you are growing into yourself. So I think just being mindful of that going in as you start to grow and develop as this new person, or the person that you want to become, and not letting that deter you from your pursuit of your own self-development. So I think that's number one, just being mindful of that fact. And
So you know what's going to happen.
so you know what's going to happen, right? And I think the second thing is that sometimes we have to find new communities and perhaps new people that are also going to support us as we grow and develop. So you can definitely have your family, your friends, people that knew you as before, but also making sure that you have a support system that's going to be there to support you in your journey forward.
All right, so Darlene gave us that very clinical social work one. But Perry, I know you and me, brother. We take it to the heart, man. That can't be an easy thing to do. She made it sound easy.
That was very, very easy and very
Thank
good. And I just want to say ditto, and then maybe I don't have to speak anymore. I don't have to say anything.
No, Perry,
No.
brothers like us, we got friends from decades past.
Yeah.
And how do you know who's with you to stay and who do you got to let go?
Well, see, this is kind of difficult because I can only speak from personal experience. And I live in the same community for 52 years, and I have not kind of left the community. There's good things and there's bad things with that. There are a lot of people who have stayed the same place and haven't grown mentally wise or financially wise or spiritually wise, and it's stagnant. So if you have a vision to through personal development to increase in your personal growth, then you will find yourself growing exponentially different at different levels than the other people. And what I'm trying to get at is that a community is a bunch of families that are together. So not everyone is going to grow together, but being in the same community, you'll have similar functions. And I believe in this day and age is so quick to take your personal growth as that takes precedent over everyone else's growth, and our families tend to divide. And in this day and age, it's so quick to easy say, well, I'm heading in this direction, and if you're not in the same plane, then I'm getting off. I'll see you later. So we're so quick to push people aside. I believe we can grow and not be stuck. So if we're all stuck, if we're all in quicksand, how do we get out? You know, so someone has to be
Somebody
able
got to get out.
to lend a hand. So I'm pretty much kind of like a community, family type of based person, and I do see the attacks on a family, on community, to single out a person individually. And when you're singled out individually, it's easy for you to become prey.
To stay. So I hear you. Yeah, I do appreciate that. A person whose family is important to me too. That you know, you never want to say you outgrew your family, right? You're your family. So, but however, I think of people when they say stuff like, you know, if you're a recovering alcoholic, it's probably not a good idea to hang out in a bar.
Right.
Like, so there's got to be, there is something when you're trying to better yourself that you may have to remove yourself from some unhealthy situations. So even in your family or your community, let me go back to Perry on that one. I want to push back.
Well,
what
if you own the bar?
That could be even more. Is that better or worse for the alcoholic?
It could be good because you won't be spending the money on yourself. Listen, I'm sorry. I just wanted to throw a little joke in there, but I really do see, you know, personal growth is really, really important, and but be able to utilize that to bring up the family, because there is an attack on the family. It's so easy for us to drop a friend. Like, how do you just drop a friend? You know, oh, we're not going to the same place. Oh, we have this one incident where we're not on the same plane, and I'm off to the races and going to the next. It's so easy right now for us to cut people off, and I believe that in order for us to really, it has to be one singular vision. And it not necessarily has to be my own. So, but if we have similar, where our ideas and visions overlap, there has to be some kind of commonality so that we can actually grow together. And
I hear you don't have to be at the same place.
We don't have to be in the same place.
But you got to both be growing.
But we can grow together. And I can lend a hand, or you can lend a hand. Just the other day, I got a chance to spend time with my cousin. Haven't seen him in a long time. And
nice.
And it was great. And my cousin, she asked me, and she said, Perry, you know, tell me how you got into the clothing business. Now, we've known each other all our life. She just asked me that for her daughter, and it's also good to see how, you know, how you've persevered. In that time frame, we've all grown apart, but we're still together as a family. So, and I believe in me sharing my experience can help her, and her sharing her experience can help me, no matter where we are.
I got you. Let me jump back to Dee Marie real quick. So I know a lot of your studies in psychology and sociology, you know, the mind. So I just want you, I'm gonna give you a scripture, and I want you to give me I want you to social work it for me.
Okay, I'll try.
That's some good stuff right there.
So they say a prophet is not a prophet in his hometown, right? So they're saying, like, the people who've seen you grow up, the people who saw your little snot-nosed kid running around, once you come to a point of enlightenment, those people, when you try to talk to them, they still see that little kid be like, boy, I held you in diapers. What you hear say? So is that just a proverb, or is there any truth that people aren't going to want to hear it from somebody they know?
I think that definitely, I think it's a challenge for people who have known you in a particular way, whether it's people that you've grown up with, sometimes even your own parents, right? You could be 40, 50, whenever your parents are still alive, they're going to see you as that infant that they brought home so many years ago, that you're their child. So I think in certain spaces, it will be challenging for people to see you as anything else outside of that space. Like, you're my brother, you're my sister, you're this, you're that snot-nosed kid. And so, you know, it can make it challenging or difficult, you know, when you're trying to assert who you are, whether as an adult in your family, as an adult to your parents. So that definitely can be a challenge. But I think if you do assert that this is who I am and how I'm developing and growing, and if your family loves or cares about you, your friends love, and care about you and are supportive of that growth, I think, then it's a win-win, for everyone involved. If not, if you, opt not to grow or to just kind of stay within the confines of this box or this label that usually other people, may have imposed on you, and that's going to stagnate your growth, then that's definitely not a win-win situation. I think, going back to what Perry was discussing, I think there's benefits in both spaces. I think if you're connected to a community, people that you have grown up with in your family, there's always that built-in support system. That's why I was saying I think we all need, a support system to assist us in our development, and we can definitely share our experiences and help others in our communities and our immediate families, grow and develop as well. I think the tricky part becomes when you have people in your life who may see you growing and developing, but for whatever reason, and it could be their own issues, that they have, that they're not on board with that, and they may do things, whether intentionally or unintentionally, maybe to sabotage or to stifle your progress. I think that's when it becomes problematic. And so that's when the question arises, do I have to, kind of let this person go, or to change my interaction with them in order for me to be able to continue to develop and grow, but not necessarily lose that connection? So I think that's where the challenge may come.
Yeah, it seems like
I'm gonna let you jump in, but I noticed the time over 10 minutes went by really fast.
The process,
30 seconds.
The process of osmosis. I think we wind up, if we continue to grow, whether you know it or not, you're gonna separate that way. But I just wanted to go back to that. A prophet is without honor in his own home.
Go ahead, knock it
out. That is true, because they do see you in the same box that you were, or what they put you in a box of what they are familiar with, and so it's sometimes hard to minister, or hard to get your point across, because you're in a box. But I liken this type of growth unto Joseph and his brothers, who were so jealous of him, because that's sometimes what stops a growth, or someone wanting to help you with your growth. They're so jealous of him, they wanted to kill him. They threw him in a pit, right? But Joseph's heart was pure, and so that when the famine struck in the land, he was able to help and reach out for the family. He was already elevated. His personal growth was tremendous. So long as when we're going through our personal growth, that we know where we come from, and that what's in your heart is to help and to share, because we know that if I'm gonna win, it's gonna be because you're gonna win. If we're
we
together,
all win. It's win-win.
So it's a win-win.
There you go.
One more for
everybody deserves a go.
No more flashing.
Man, I gotta bring y'all back. That was like too quick. I was trying to keep it in 10 minutes, but we got to do more of these, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate y'all coming out,
man.
though. I'm
Thank
gonna keep
you.
this one short, and we're gonna build on this one some more. I got some more questions, man.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Okay.
Dee Marie, it was
Thank
a
you.
pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
My brother
Thank you,
Perry.
Kevin.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
We're gonna do this again. All right. It's July 25th?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's another DeVeaux Speaks. Y'all take care.